Hello guys, welcome back to SSA Performance. In today's video, we've got James's EP82 Toyota Starlet. It's back on the ramp because we've got to do some work to it. So the first thing we've got to do is the exhaust system. It has a restrictor from the downpipe to the exhaust section, the mid section. So we're going to do that to a 3-inch and modify his downpipe as well. And the second thing what we're going to be doing is his K20 coil pack conversion kit. And we'll have to modify the rocker cover, make the K20 coil packs bolt into the rocker cover. And the third thing we've got to do is DJR imports cam pulley. So we're going to fit that to James's car. I'll put the link in the description for these. Shout out to DJR imports. And the fourth thing is obviously a retune, because we're going bigger flow on the exhaust system and the downpipe, and also the K20 coil packs needs setting up as well. So this made previously on our Dyno, I think around about 280 something horsepower.
280 something, yeah.
Yeah, so what we're going to be doing is hopefully getting the 300 mark out of this. It's still got hybrid turbo, it's got everything to make 300 horsepower. There's nothing really stopping this. So we're going to crack on with the exhaust system first, and I'll get back to you.
Well, guys, as Dan's already explained, we've got to do an exhaust system, so I'll show you guys what he's doing. So James wants to keep his back box. It's a Blitz nurse spec, which is a very good back box. He's going to keep this, and what we're doing is we're creating a new midsection all the way down. So we're going to get rid of all this. It is 2.5 inch, which is not too bad. He wants a new exhaust system, and the problem is here. The downpipe goes from a 2.5 inch to a 2-inch reducer, and the exhaust here is 2 inch and it goes up, or 2.25 and it goes up to 2.5 all the way back, which is stopping him from gaining more horsepower. So that's what we're doing. We'll probably, me and Dan will start by taking off the downpipe, because when we make the exhaust, we start from the downpipe and go back. Otherwise, it can get a bit complicated. So that's what we're going to do now. And that, guys, is one TD04 downpipe removed. It's a bastard to get to this bolt. As you can see, we've got all the assortments of sockets and wobbles and all sorts to get it out, because it is a nightmare. But it's out now. So what we're now going to do is make a new one, or mock up the new one. It is getting quite late in the day, so I don't know if we're going to do it today or not, but yeah, at least it's a fresh start, ready now for mocking it all up. So
that's the next day of all the downpipes mainly done. I just need to weld on the V-band onto the actual flange itself. We've got all the flex seal welded up, the little pie cuts here, so we can angle it down a bit more. And we're just going to carry on going down now from here backwards, and then we'll make it to fit the back box.
good morning, everyone. This is the next day. So as you can now see, Sean finished le pipe. Done it all. He's got his hangers on. He's got it all the way back here. Yesterday before we left, me and Sean did a couple more pie cuts. There's a 15 and a 10, I think, just to kink this out. Saved us cutting this here because the length was slightly too long, so we couldn't use just a normal 45. So we sorted that out yesterday, and then what I'm doing now is with the last bit of 3-inch, I'm just mocking up this piece here, which is the straight that comes off this mid pipe right here. So to mark the length, because me and Sean yesterday already made the angle. So the angle will pop here. We've got a little bit of straight to come off of the back box flange, as you can see with our trusty apprentice, Jack. Transmission, his last name. We're gonna make a little piece off this here, and then this angle is already been perfectly made, so we should be able to just go boom, straight in. So that's what I'm doing right now, I'm mocking this up. It's a very busy day here today. Once we've got the exhaust done, me and Daniel have got to wire in some coil-on plugs for this, and also fit his pulley. And Sean, on the other hand, has also got another car to map, so this shouldn't take us too long. And hopefully next time you see us with the exhaust, it is all one piece, fully welded. It is at some point later in the day. We've been quite busy today. Sean's mapped 2 cars, and he's still managed to find time to get this done. So what me and Daniel did this morning, or later in the afternoon, is we've mocked up the end pipes, and Sean has created a lovely wee dun pipe in it. Would you like to look at the bung here? So we've got his O2 bung there, nice easy access for a Dyno. It's on a V-band just because it's a lot easier to weld together, so you don't have to line up the flanges or anything. It's a piece of piss, to be fair. So Sean's finished all this now. They were tacked in earlier, these hangers, where he's now seamed those. And as I just said, me and Dan done all the pie cuts here and just finished his last bit off while Sean was mapping the car. So yeah, it's all done now. So his down pipe has gone from a 2.5 down to 2, and then from 2 or 2.25 to 2.75. And now it's 2.5 all the way down to the down pipe, and it goes to a 3-inch for the V-band, and then it's 3-inch all the way back to the nurse spec. So this thing should now not be restricted in any flow at all. Should be super nice, super good. It's a nice shiny bit of pipe.
And also it's going to sound really nice.
Huh?
It's going to sound really nice.
It should sound really good, yeah. We've made exhausts before, and they normally sound pretty good. They don't really sound raspy, which is a nice thing. They sound quite grumbly, which is what we like. I have passed all my health and safety inspections and regulations. Don't worry, everyone, I'm okay. Right, so first start up.
Car's out of gear.
It is. I need to put his immobiliser on. So we quickly put that on. I don't want to go in the car because I'm all roofy, so that's why I'm up here. And it saves us lowering the car down. Right, moment of truth. Will it leak or will it not leak? To leak or not to leak? Ready?
Yep.
Is out of gear? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sounds good. Sounds good. No leaks by the hands because you normally can feel it. Sounds nice.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
This is take 2, guys. We got to put his wastegate back on. So the first take, it was quite loud. We were like, shit, we've done something wrong. But I forgot to put the wastegate back on. So this is round 2. And as you can hear, see Sean, the sounds. Happy? Can't really rev it for you guys because it is a cold start and this is forged. Otherwise we give it a couple of revs, but for now, this is all you can hear. Tomorrow, this is getting mapped, so you'll hear it in full swing either later in this video or in a part 2. But we can't be revving it because it's cold and it's forged, so this is all you're getting for now. But to me, it seems pretty good, guys, so...
Happy, Sean? Yes.
Oh yes, it is nice. It is a new day again. I'm riffy. I've already done a service this morning and I've got oil in my hair. So what we've got up to now with this is, obviously you saw last clip was the exhaust. Me and Sean are wiring in the coils. So there they are. Just some K20 coils. They are OEM coils because if you buy the aftermarket ones, they're pretty poo. And if you run into like sync issues and like boost spike issues and D problems with the ignition over like 1.2 bar. So if you're going to do this, definitely get some real Denso K20 coils. Anyway, so what I'm doing right now is I'm feeding the wire through the bulkhead. I've got a ground here to put somewhere in the bay, and just quickly tied all this up, and I've got to put this wire to the coil wire, just the 12 volt that runs to the coil pack. And then Sean has got to map this, and then unfortunately our welder's ill. So for now, we're going to keep it as is. It's not going to be a problem. It's just, obviously we can't let it leave like this because they are going to rattle around and stuff like that. But it's not a problem for mapping. So we'll get it mapped. And then when Ben comes down, we've got to take the rocker cover off or supply a new one. We've got to weld 4 little AN, well, I say AN, they're just normal 6 mils, aren't they? Yeah. Just some bosses, so we can hold the K20 cores in place. You can buy some little brackets. We've got a car outside at the minute with Velocity Racing.
I'll put that out right now.
Yeah, Velocity Racing K20, like it uses this OEM valve cover bolts to hold the coil packs down. Obviously we've spoken to the customer and he wants us to do the bosses on the rock cover, so we'll be waiting for that. Other than that, this car is basically done now. So now you probably see either me and Sean wiring this in or it's on the dyno. So
timing line, we go to the bottom there, there's a mark on the bottom pulley and on the actual plastic timing cover, so we've got to line them up and then set.
So for the first run, we made 212 brake horsepower. That's in low boost. So Sean's obviously checking on the maps okay before obviously putting some more boost pressure through it. So let's get back in the dyno room and get more power out of this.
Okay guys, so unfortunately Sean was mapping his car and halfway through we have lost the map port valve. So we've done a test here. So what I've done, I've just cut the loom tape back and just exposed the 2 wires, and we've tested that we're getting signal. You can test it through the link as well, so you can try and like send the signal to the map port valve. We couldn't hear anything. Normally they make an audible noise that you can hear. So what we did was we just double checked with the wires that we've got that we're getting power, well the signal wire, in and out, and we are, which means that unfortunately the map port valve has failed. Luckily we managed to pick one up in an hour from our parts supplier. You can get these at SA Performance as well. They're £110, which is about as cheap as you can get them as well. And luckily for us, we managed to get it the same day. So I'm going to quickly wire this in, and then Sean can carry on mapping. Don't know if you guys have seen yet, but James's car has already made 212 at 0.8 bar, which is a very strong power figure.
So we know that's good flow in the exhaust system and a downpipe, and it sounds
really good. Sounds really good. It's quite deep.
Yeah, that's what you like. Not too raspy.
Nope.
It's a nice deep exhaust.
Deep little rumble, mate. Deep little rumble. But yeah, I'm going to quickly fit this, and then hopefully the next clip you see is this thing screaming again on the dyno.
So the first run, we're making 291 brake horsepower on high boost, which is a massive increase from before. So you know that flow is working really good with the new downpipe and the new exhaust system. So Sean's going to do some, Sean's going to look on the computer. It's making 259 pound of torque, which is really good as well. So he's going to notice a big difference in this. Sean's going to just do some things on the computer, try and get some more power of it, and see what we can do. Making 299 brake horsepower, 1 off 300. See what the torque curve is like as well. 262 pound of torque, 299 brake horsepower. Is that all it's got in it, Sean? That's all that it's got in it. It's very close to that 300 brake mark, but as you notice, it's a lot different now with the flow, with the downpipe, and also the exhaust system. Control, setting all that all up now. So it is the next day now. Our welders come down and weld some bungs on the rocker cover so the K20 cool packs can fit in correctly. We're bolted in now. So Reese has done all that now, and also our customer James wanted an SSA Performance fuel rail. That was the last one now, so they all ran out of stock. And Reese has done a wire tuck for his injectors, because on the GTs they have a big black plastic. So this is like a plastic shroud for the wiring loom, but Reese has done all that, put some tape on it, some loom tape, make sure it's all the wiring looks all good. We always do this on wire tucks anyway, so it shows the fuel rail. As you could say, the rocker covers has been painted as well, some white paint with some sparkle in it. If it gets there we go. Got some white sparkle on the paint, so it looks really nice. So all we got to do now is letting this set overnight, because obviously sealer, make sure it seals correctly, no leaks for tomorrow, and he will be picking up his car the first thing we've got to do before he picks his car up is our field road test and make sure the tune's all good before he has it back, and then we should go from there. So I'll see you guys tomorrow on the road test.
Good morning everyone, it is now Saturday morning and me and Sean are in James's car. We are about to go for a little road test just to make sure everything on the map is okay before James has it back. He does have quite a long drive home, so we want to make sure that the car is completely fine, everything on the map is okay, so he doesn't have to come back or there's nothing that can come from the map basically. So and then once it's been road tested, we'll put it back on the ramp and we'll do a full bolt check like we normally do before all the cars go, just so we have peace of mind that the car is tip-top condition. So what I've got right now is the Link laptop on my lap, and what I'll be doing is I'll be monitoring everything that's going on while Sean is driving. Anything that we see, any indiscrepancies or any problems with the map, what we'll do is we'll swap spaces and then I'll drive while Sean messes with the map. We have both said that the map should be completely fine because it was completely fine on the dyno, but just for a good rule of thumb, we like to road test them after the dyno because sometimes the road is different to the dyno, as crazy as that sounds. When you map a car on a dyno, there's a lot less variables that can happen, road surface, weather, everything, especially air temperature as well and the humidity. So when we're out on the road, the map will alter slightly. Happens with all ECUs, e-manages, everything. So with all our customer cars, when we map them, especially when we build them as well, we like to make sure on the dyno and on the road, the map is tip-top. Let's record it. Oh yeah. As you guys can hear, Sean thinks it's rowdy. And if Sean thinks it's rowdy, guys, it's fucking rowdy. So yeah, everything's all good. I've got the logs recorded. As I was saying before, I had to do my job. We normally record logs on the Link, so I don't technically have to be here. I'm here just to bring you guys on with me, and it's pretty good to have a helping hand when you road test the car, just in case. So up here we've got PC log record, which is the log is now recording everything that's going on all here. All the parameters are now being recorded for as long as I want them to. We just did a pull, so I'll quickly stop that log so Sean hasn't got to filter through fucking 15 minutes of log. And then what we'll do when we get back is Sean will check the log, compare it to what it should be, and then he'll adjust accordingly. But as long as I say everything's okay from what I'm watching, which is exhaust temperature, intake air temperature, TPS, I've got the lambda reading on here as well, I've got map pressure, which is a big one, and I've obviously got the AFR right in front of me as well. So it's also good to have a second pair of eyes as well. You never know when your mind's playing tricks on you, as it always does with everyone, especially me. Half the time I'll pick up an 8mm spanner and I think it's a 12mm. So, but yeah, I'll probably get another pull here. So I'll quickly press record on the log, so the log's recording. Second gear, third. And believe it or not, guys, I was not looking in front of me, I was looking at everything down here. Everything looked good, and then I'll hit stop the log. We have a multitude of logs saved up when we get back, so Sean can check them over. I just hope the audio picks this up, guys. This car sounds absolutely savage. Here we go. Right, that was a third gear pull. And what I was looking at here, because you guys are looking forward and I was looking down here, this full whack was at 11.0 and it fluctuates to about 11.3, 11.4, which is very good. Anything less than 11 is not ideal, and anything more than 11.8 you are pushing your luck, just in case it boost spikes or any, you can never account for anything. Yeah, it will. So if this thing was to boost spike and Sean maps it to 12 AFR on full whack and it has a boost spike, it will lean out, which is obviously very bad. So we want it on the richer side, just in case anything would go wrong. So if you have enjoyed this video, please give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more of this, more crazy road tests, more engine builds, more tomfoolery with me, Sean and Dan, and of course Ben the welder. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, please subscribe, like, all that jiggy jagger. Bye bye.